Hello amazing leaders, and welcome to day 49 of the amazing 90-day challenge. We're continuing with our Habits to Master mini-series for amazing leaders, and today's topic is maintaining your maximum energy. So how do you maintain a maximum level of energy throughout the whole day? Do you have periods of your day when your energy drops, that you notice that you're not performing at your best maybe? When are you at your best naturally? Is that in the morning? Is that midday? Is that in the afternoon? Maybe the evening? Or maybe even at night time? For each of us, it's always slightly different. So do you know when your natural maximum level of energy and your maximum sort of benefit for the time that you're investing is going to be? And also it's important to notice that the other end of that spectrum, when you're not in the best sort of maximum natural levels of energy that you've got as well, so that you don't focus your most important tasks during those times, because that's not going to be helpful to what you're trying to do. Okay, so I've got 5 different points that I want to talk to help you maintain a maximum level of energy throughout the whole day. And the first one, it starts with your fitness. The best advice is to do aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week. Now that can be all sorts of things, so make it fun and interesting for you. Make it something that you look forward to doing, that you're excited about, not something that you're going to dread doing. So that could be walking, it could be running, it may be swimming. Maybe you like to cycle, so you're riding a bike. Maybe you can do some of these things with other people as well, so it's not just you out by yourself, unless that's what you want to do. Maybe you mix it up a bit. Maybe you do something in solitude and then other things with either family or friends or children or partners or what have you, whatever else it might be. If you've got a dog, maybe that's walking the dog 3 times a week, and you want to get your heart rate up whilst you're doing it. You potentially still be able to hold a conversation with somebody maybe, but you want to be able to be noticing that you're actually doing something and not just walking along at a really slow pace. Maybe you like horse riding or golf or tennis or whatever else it might be. There's loads of different things that you can do to get you out at least 3 times a week. Get your heart rate up, try all different things if you like to. You don't have to do the same thing 3 times a week. As you know, one of my other amazing 90-day challenges is to run a 5k in under 30 minutes at least 3 times a week, which is what I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying that now, as well as other things that we do as well during the week. Sometimes it's with the girls, which is playing tennis or playing golf. I actually achieved one of my amazing 3D goals, my personal goals yesterday, by playing a round of golf with my daughter Izzy, and that was really exciting. And really enjoyed that, and she had a great time as well. So that's the first point, aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week. That will help you to maintain your maximum energy. Now I know that might be counterproductive, because you might think that you're going to be tired after doing that, but trust me, there's so much research out there to show that actually the more you exercise, the more you raise your heart rate when you are in a relaxed state, it actually helps you throughout the rest of the day and the week as well. The next 2 points are to do with what we put into our body as well. So the first one is what we drink, what we consume in terms of liquid. Now we must stay hydrated, and there's no 2 ways around this. Again, everybody knows the best form of hydration is water, and the best quality water that you can afford as well. So drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. So when you're exercising, that would probably need to increase as well, depending on how hard you're exercising and how much you're sweating. But on an average, 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, not 68. And again, it depends on how big you are as to how big those glasses are. If you're a small person, they can be a small glass. If you're a big person, then make it a big glass. And increase your water intake. Natural water. That's the best thing for our body that we can put into it. Now, yes, you might need to go to the toilet more when you start, but after a while, after a week or 2, that does start to drop off, and then you can drink more water throughout the day and don't need to go to the toilet as often. For me personally, I try and drink a lot of water at the beginning of the day, so it front ends it so that I'm not up during the night time when I need to sleep well as well. The third point is eat healthily. And I want to ask a question here. Do you know exactly what is in each meal that you eat? Do you make it from scratch, everything, every element of it? Or are you putting together certain elements that you don't necessarily know what's in everything? Do you read the labels? Do you know how much sugar's in different things, or how much salt is in different things, or other chemicals and names of things that you can hardly pronounce, but you're eating it anyway? Eating and drinking are so important to us, maintaining a maximum energy throughout the day and also a consistent energy, so we don't have peaks and troughs, which is often what sugar does to us especially. So I'm going to challenge you to think about what you're eating, and again, the maximum kind of best healthy food you can afford is what you should be aiming for. And have nice meals throughout the day. Don't be hungry, don't get to a point where you need to snack. Treat yourself once in a while if you need to, but really know what you're eating and be happy with what you're eating, rather than, I don't know, we always have this, or I always order that, or whatever else it might be. So drinking and eating healthy will really make a big difference to maintaining your maximum energy throughout the day. The next point number 4, is about your sleep. Again, this has been widely documented and studied, and one of the books I recommend to everybody is called Why We Sleep, and it's a great book to listen to on Audible, or you can read it if you like as well. But the basics of it are that we need, as adults, a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, good quality sleep as well. Now, if you want to work out what that is and you need to study that more, then listen to that book or read another book about sleep. But it's so important. What happens during our sleeping period sets us up for the rest of the day. It's where the body repairs itself, it sorts out its brains and the rest of the body as well, so that you can wake up feeling energized and feeling ready for the day. How many of you wake up to an alarm? How many of you snooze that alarm multiple times before you get up? All sorts of scientific research around why we shouldn't do that. I don't set an alarm. My body naturally wakes up at a normal time because I go to bed at a normal time as well, and trying to keep that consistent. And that's the key. At the end of the book, a spoiler alert here, if you do nothing else, have a time when you go to sleep and a time when you wake up consistently, 7 days a week. It doesn't change at the weekend because you're treating yourself. Try and maintain that as much as possible. Even 1 hour of sleep deprivation a night over a week can equal the same amount of mental awareness as if we were over the legal limit for drink driving. So it's really important that we sleep properly, not just for being alert whilst we're driving, but whilst we're doing our normal everyday jobs as well. And the 5th point about maintaining your maximum energy, it's called the Pomodoro Technique, and Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. Now, I don't know if you've ever had one of these or whether you've seen one of these, but it's the old bright red timer clocks that you find in a kitchen, and you turn it round to 30 minutes or 25 minutes in this case, and then it ticks away as it counts down, and then when it gets to the end, the timer rings a little bell inside the tomato. And the reason I'm telling you about the Pomodoro Technique is, again, it's widely used amongst people that get lots of things done in a very efficient way. So break up your tasks during the whole day and break up your day into 30-minute sections, and work on the specific tasks, the biggest tasks, the ones that's going to give you your best return on your investment of time, especially in your naturally best, most optimum, maximum energy times as well. Work on those first and break up that task. Even if it's going to take an hour, then you have 2 sections in it. You don't just go for it for an hour. If it's going to take you 2.5 hours, you've got 5 sections in it, and you break that up into 5 30-minute sections. You set the timer for 25 minutes, and you can do this on your phone, or you can do it on an app on the computer, or whatever else you need to do. But you set it for 25 minutes, and then you focus on that task. Don't get interrupted, don't have anything else on, don't put your phone on or answer any calls or anything else like that. You're focusing on that task for 25 minutes. When the timer goes off, you come to a natural conclusion in where you're at with your work very quickly, and then you have a 5-minute break. During that 5 minutes, well, you can go and get a drink of water, you can eat a healthy snack, some fruit or some nuts or something else like that, whatever it might be, but do something different from the task you were doing so that your brain can switch off from that one for 5 minutes onto something else. And then you go back onto that task again for another 25 minutes, reset your Pomodoro timer to another 25 minutes, and keep going until that task is done. You'll be amazed at how much energy and focus and time you get by doing that simple thing there. So your task for the rest of this week is to notice when your energy levels are up and when they're down. What time of day is that? Why might that be? Have you been focusing too long on a certain task? Have you not been eating or drinking healthily? Have you not done any exercise in a while? Have you not had a good night's sleep? Whatever it might be, I really want you to focus on that and notice why, And then you can put into practice different things about what you can do to make sure you maintain your maximum energy levels. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you'll have an amazing day. And remember, why be average when you can be amazing?